Okay guys, so I have got my coffee now. Yeah, eyeshadow palette. I'm excited to do this. There's so many in here that I need to get rid of and have needed to get rid of for the longest time. So let's do this. Alright, first thing is the Lorac palette. This is the Stylist eyeshadow palette. This is like one of my favorite travel palettes like of all time. So I'm definitely going to keep this. I love that. The Stila Wonderful in Waikiki palette. I never use this and I think my sisters would really like it. So I am going to give that away. This e.l.f. palette has gotten a decent amount of love from me. Really, I liked this shade, but nothing else in it I really like or use, and it's kind of big and bulky packaging. So this is something that I'm going to get rid of. Now my Lime Crime palettes. These are like relatively expensive and I have never used them, but I don't own any shades like these, and so this is something that I want to keep just for when I want to do some fun, funky tutorials, because that's definitely going to be coming for you guys. The LA Nude palette number 2. I don't know. I haven't really used this or touched this. I use my Naked 3. So I'm going to give this to my sisters. I think they'll like that. All of these Makeup Academy palettes are going. I don't use them. I have other better palettes, and so we'll see if somebody else would like those. This Hard Candy palette, I don't use that blue palette. This Bobbi Brown palette, have not used since I bought it. The brush is like still in here in its little packaging. I actually got this from the Cosmetic Company outlet store, and it's pretty colors, but I never use it, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one in the donate pile here. Wet n Wild palette. I don't love these palettes. I just don't like quad palettes or like little small palettes like this. I never reach for them. These do look like super pretty colors though. But I think one of my sisters might like it and get more use out of it than I will, so I'm going to pass that along. All these Mark palettes are going. I'm going to give away this Hard Candy palette too. I'm just not the biggest fan of that. Let's see, this Flower Beauty palette, I really didn't like this. They don't have very much pigment. There's not much to them, so I'm going to go ahead and give that away. My Wet n Wild palette, I'm going to give this one away. It's never been opened. This one I'm going to keep because it is more of like a neutral palette, and I do want to keep, you know, 1 or 2 of these, so I'm going to keep that one. And then this one is from Dior, and I really like this one. I think it's super pretty, so I'm going to keep that palette. I have another one from Dior. This is a really beautiful khaki palette. Like, it's one of my favorite, like, trio little tiny palettes. I really like it a lot. Let's see what this Dior one is. Is this the blue one? It's really pretty. I don't ever use it. I'm going to give it one more go, honestly, for this shade right here, which is, like, this beautiful, like, glittery... I don't know if you can see that, but it's just kind of like a really shimmery color. This Smashbox palette, well, that's pretty nice. I'm going to keep this and just give it a go and see if I use it in the next few months. And again, like if I don't use it, I'll eventually toss it. I'll do another declutter video if I need to. I'm going to keep those. Those are some fun kind of pastel shimmery colors. So I'm going to keep this L'Oreal Project Runway palette. And I'm going to get rid of this Pacifica Duo. And this, oh my gosh, these are like dupes. That is so funny. This is the Bora Bora eyeshadow palette, and I talked about giving this away in my makeup collection video. But I think that these are actually really pretty colors. I'm going to keep this palette. I swatched it after I said that, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of pretty. I kind of want to keep that. So I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to get rid of my Glam Eyes. This has never been opened. And my NYX Love in Florence. I think Kate would really like that palette. My sister. These Victoria's Secret palettes I never ever use. They're super shimmery and just like a little bit too much for me. So I'm going to give those away. I'm going to keep this L'Oreal Paris palette. I really like this little quad palette. I'm going to get rid of this Revlon one. Doesn't have really good color payoff, and the shadows are a little bit chalky. Again, Wet n Wild palette. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I originally wanted to get rid of it, but look at how pigmented these shadows are. I don't know. I'm going to keep it because it's got like the coral in it and some fun colors. I want to keep stuff that's different. I don't want to keep a bunch of the same stuff. It's kind of the goal here. I have these Lancome palettes that I just don't use. I won't use these. They're really pretty. I'm going to keep this one because I like this green color. It's a really, really pretty green. Like pastel shimmery green. So I'm going to keep this one, but I am going to get rid of this one here. My mom might like that one. The NYX 10 color eyeshadow palette. It's a decent palette, but I don't reach for it ever. It's just like sitting in my drawer, wasting away. Let's find it a good home. I'm gonna get rid of both of these palettes. Again, I just don't really use them. This NYX glitter palette is terrible. It's like Vaseline with a glitter spray over it. There's nothing good about that. The Marc Jacobs palette is like one of my all-time favorite palettes. It's so beautiful, so I'm going to keep that. And if you're wondering, this is called the Starlit palette. This is the Too Faced Glamour To Go palette, and I like this, but because I've got a bunch of big palettes, I don't use this. This is actually, the eyeshadows have never been touched, so I'm going to pass this along to my sisters. I have a couple Rain Cosmetics palettes here, and I really like both of these, so I am going to keep both of these palettes. I have some e.l.f. Cosmetics palettes, and then I am going to give these to my sisters, see if they want them. I'm going to keep both these MAC palettes. I am going to get rid of all of these Clean Color palettes. I just don't care for them. They're okay. They're not bad. They're good pigmentation, but I don't ever use them. Like, I've had them for at least a year, probably more like 2, and I never pick them up. This palette is from Clinique, and it's actually a super beautiful purples palette. It's called the Color Surge eyeshadow palette. Ombre? Soft shimmer? Yeah. 2 more Victoria's Secret palettes I don't use, so I'm going to put them over here. I am keeping all of my Sleek palettes. I love these. These are awesome. These are like, if I was to say my drugstore holy grail palettes, these would be from Sleek. And I have my Sephora Pantone Universe palette. I'm going to keep this. I think it's really pretty. I haven't used it hardly at all, but I want to move that up in my collection, so I'm going to keep that one. These Sue Devitt palettes are pretty, but I haven't ever touched them, and I've had them for at least 2 years or so. I just gave away, I had a bronzy one, and I gave that one away. I'm going to get rid of this Pacifica palette. Never touched it. Totally new. I think my sisters will like that. I'm going to get rid of this Rimmel Quad here. This is like a, was this Wet n Wild or NYX? Yeah, Wet n Wild Color Icon Glitter Collection. Definitely getting rid of this. It's that Vaseline glitter overspray thing. It's not very good. These are my M Cosmetics like travel palettes. I really like, this one's empty, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep this. This is like one of my favorite palettes. I built this from my Life palette. I put stuff in here. I love her shadows. They're really good quality. Some of them can be a little bit chalky, but I'm okay with it because they are so good. So I'm definitely keeping that. Here's Bobbi Brown Pretty Powerful. I don't use this, but I know my sister Kate would love this, so I'm going to pass this along to her. We have like slightly larger, these aren't quads anymore, but I still want to go through these. This is a Bobbi Brown palette that I know my sisters will love. They love Bobbi Brown, and I don't ever use it because I have so much other stuff. So I'm going to pass that along. Then I have my Gorgeous Cosmetics. This is like a really bright palette that I love. I'm definitely keeping that. Really good quality. A couple that I know I'm keeping for sure. The Mehron, really bright palette. Look at this. Check that out. Are you kidding me right now? Woo! Bam! Mehron knows how to do it. Such good shadows. Urban Decay Electric. For sure I'm keeping it. No brainer. Definitely keeping my Tarte Aqua Lilies. I love this palette. I think it's so pretty and like really good for natural makeup. The Urban Decay Naked Smoky is definitely staying. My other Naked palettes are up in my everyday makeup drawer, so I'm keeping those as well. This is the Stila Natural Eyes palette. I love this palette so much. I'm a huge fan of Stila, actually. Their eyeshadows are so good. I'm keeping the Smashbox palette. It's really, really good. These shades are like butter, and they're a little bit chalky, which is funny because you wouldn't expect it from high-end, but they are beautiful, beautiful shades. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that palette as well. My Michael Todd palette, it's pretty, but I don't use it, and it's high-end, and I want it to have a good home, so I'm going to pass this along. I'm going to keep my Pantone Universe. I have never used this, but I bought it last year around Christmas time, and I really want to start using it, use some of those fun colors. I'm going to also pass along, well, actually, I kind of want to swatch this and see if these have good color payoff, because these are kind of unique colors. Oh my gosh, you guys. Stop. Oh, I'm keeping this palette. Never mind. I'm really glad I swatched that. The Coastal Scents Revealed 3D palette I really like. It's really compact and really lightweight, and so I'm going to keep this, and it's a lot of purples, which I don't have a ton of. This is the Laura Mercier, I don't remember the name of the palette, but it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I love it. This color right here is Life, African Violet. I literally bought this palette for that shade. Do you see how freaking pretty that is? My Urban Decay The Great Powerful, this is the Oz palette. I don't actually use this, but I think if I de-pot these, like I just put a magnet on them, I will use these more. So I'm going to keep this. It also has the 24/7 liner, which is awesome. This little Rain Cosmetics duo I don't use. It's yellow and green, and I honestly don't know why I bought that palette. Or palette, it's a little duo, but I don't know why I bought it. This is the Laura Mercier Baked Eyeshadows. I love using these wet. I only use these eyeshadows wet. Dry, they're like a little bit chalky and they don't apply super well, but wet, they're beautiful. So I'm keeping that. This is the Smashbox Be Discovered palette, and the shades are so pretty. I feel like I'm keeping a lot of these, but they're so good and they're just really different. So I'm going to keep that palette. These are more like pearlescent and like opalescent almost. They have like really, they're just really pretty. I kept my matte palette and I gave away my other shimmer, and I'm going to keep this one because I want to see how it compares to some of my high-end palettes. My Smashbox, this is like the I Wish palette that I have never touched half these shadows, and I've just swatched a few. So I am going to, the mirror is cracked on it though. So I am going to get rid of this one. And I'm just going to kind of set them behind me because they are so huge. This Sephora like Blockbuster palette, I think my mom got me this for Christmas a couple years ago. And I love it, and I've gotten a decent amount of use out of it. But it's so big and bulky, and I just don't want to store this anymore. So I'm going to get rid of this. Same with my Victoria's Secret palette. My Hello Kitty palette is so cute, but it's not very good at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. 3 palettes I am keeping, and there is a 4th one, my Neutrals Inglot palette. I love these. These are amazing. These are second really only to my MAC shadows in terms of like everyday wear. I'm going to get rid of this BH Cosmetics palette. My Too Faced palettes are by far my favorite palettes. They have the most bomb eyeshadows. I am keeping all of my big Too Faced palettes. Definitely keeping my Lorac Mega Palette Pro, my BH Party Girl palette After Hours. I love this palette. It's so pretty. It's got really bright purples and pinks. I'm going to get rid of this BH Cosmetics palette. My Morphe one is better, and maybe one of my sisters will like this. So I'm going to pass that along. My Pantone Universe palette, I've never used this, but I'm going to keep it because I like it. It's got a lot of different variation to it, a lot of fun colors. My Stila palette, this is like the Red Carpet, Live from the Red Carpet palette. I have not used this since like the day after I bought it, maybe. So I'm going to get rid of this one. My Galaxy Chic palette, haven't gotten enough use out of it because it's been at the back of my palette section, but I'm definitely keeping this. I really want to get some more use out of it. It's just a little bit kind of broken, but that's okay. We'll just keep it. It's a Vice palette. Yeah, it's the Urban Decay Vice palette. Love this. Definitely keeping it. I'm going to keep all my Urban Decay palettes. Definitely going to keep this Stila palette. I love this palette. This was my favorite palette of the spring. So good. And both my Z palettes, these are my Yabby shadows and my Stila shadows, and I'm going to keep those. I'm going to get rid of this Tarte box that I don't ever use, but first I'm going to take this stuff out of it. What is this? Oh, an eye primer, a mascara, and an eyeliner. And then I'm going to totally take that out of here, and I'm going to get rid of this. I never use it. It's too big and bulky. Definitely going to keep my Makeup Forever eyeshadows. For sure, my NYX Contour palette. I am going to get rid of my City Color eyeshadow palette though. And then I'm going to keep all of my M Cosmetics Life palettes. You can see it's got a lot of empty places. I take them out and put them in baby palettes. But I really like her formula for her eyeshadows and blushes. I think it's really good. So I do want to keep this. So here is how we're going to do this differently. As you can see, I am an eyeliner hoarder. Or you could call me a makeup hoarder. But good Lord, I'm not going through all of these, and I'm telling you why I don't want certain ones. I am actually going to go through and pick my favorites, and everything else is going in my donate to my sisters and family and friends pile. I am keeping all of my sharpeners and all of my glitter liners. Dior, love this one. I love all my Laura Mercier ones. I'm definitely keeping all of those. I have quite a few of them that you'll see in here. My Makeup Forever one is amazing. I'm definitely keeping that one. For liquid liners, these Stila Stay All Day ones, is that what they called? Yeah. These are bomb.com, and I think they're still good. Yeah, this one has always been a little bit light, but they're so good. Yeah, that one's good. And I have this other one. I have a blue one. I want to make sure this one works. Yes, I'm keeping all of these. MAC Teddy is one of my all-time favorites. This MAC liquid liner is one of my all-time favorites, so it is staying. I should put these here so you guys can see. So this one's liquid and this one's pencil. I really like my Origins eyeliners. This one's in Cocoa. Oh, it's empty, so that's going in the trash. Gotta find my favorites. Ooh, this one I just got in an Ipsy bag that I really want to try. My Stila Smudge Sticks, Urban Decay liners. I'm going to make sure that this one's dried out. I'm going to toss that one. This is a hard candy one. I'm not keeping that. I'm not keeping that one. My Starlux one, this is a black one. It's a pretty good black eyeliner, so I'm going to keep that one for sure. This is the Starlux Pro Eyeliner Pen. I've never opened it, so I am going to keep that one. My Master Graphic Maybelline one, I'm going to keep that one. Let's see, what else do I have in here? These Chroma Beauty ones aren't half bad. Like, I actually really like them. So I really like both of these. So I'm going to keep the black and the bronze, as they're the pencil liners. Let's see. Oh, these Scandalize are good. I'm going to keep this light blue because it's really different. I have this Tarte Emphasize. This looks like it's an inner rim pencil. Nope, it's all dried out. That's going in the trash. Let's see. Ooh, I have my MAC with Liquid Lash. I'm definitely keeping that. Let's see what else. Oh, all my Jane Cosmetics liquid eyeliners. These are bomb.com. I love them. I'm definitely going to keep these. I have this purple one, this pink one. They sent me in a PR kit a bunch of these. This color, here's another MAC liquid line that I'm keeping. This Makeup Forever one is awesome. I love that. Like, are you kidding me? Do you see that right now? It's beautiful. I'm going to keep this Prestige white eyeliner. I really like it as a highlight or for the waterline. Here are two more Laura Mercier ones I'm definitely keeping. Those are like holy grails. Oh, this Stila one is so good. It's in Topaz, but it's a great like neutral color for the waterline to make your eyes look a little bit bigger. MAC in Tarnish. Let's see. I think this is a Kat Von D one, but it's crap. It's all dried out. I'm going to toss that one actually. Let's see, what else do I need to keep? I don't want that Ico one anymore. I like that. I'm going to get rid of that, all of those. Another Jane one, liquid liner I'm going to keep. All these Victoria's Secret ones aren't very good. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, my MAC Prunella I'm going to keep. And then another Stila All Day liquid liner. Okay. So I barely made it, but they fit, and it's okay. So I'm going to put these to the side. So we have mascaras, and I have altogether way too many mascaras, and cream liners. This is for mascaras, this is for cream liners. This is how I've decided we're doing this now, because I only have so much space in my drawers, and I really want everything to fit well, and yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. So let's do gel liners first, because I think that'll be a little bit easier. So I'm definitely going to keep both of my Tarte gel liners. These are really, really good, and they're not dry. And I'm going to keep all my MAC. So I have Waveline, which is this really pretty blue. I have Rich Ground, which is like a really pretty bronzy color. I have, oh, here's another Tarte one. It's a green one. I have Macro Violet, which is like a pretty violet color. And then I have Dark Diversion, and let's see if I have any more MAC ones in here. I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. And then I have this Bang & Body Brown. It's all dried out and gross, so I'm definitely going to get rid of that one. And these are from Rain Cosmetics. This one is all dried out too. These Michael Todd ones I don't use, so I'm just going to get rid of all of those. This is just the little ones. I'm going to keep my Clinique Black Honey because I really like it. I think my Bobbi Brown is dried out. Oh, surprisingly it's not. And if I just add a little bit of Fix Plus in there, I think it'll be good. So I'm going to keep that one. And then this Laura Mercier, it's like a cream liner. You use a little Fix Plus with this. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to get rid of this e.l.f. one, get rid of this Wet n Wild. It's literally all dried out. Look, it's like a nugget of eyeliner. And all of this mascara and gel liner I'm going to throw away because it's like, it's not sanitary to give away. This Maybelline Eye Studio one is like a purple color. I'm going to keep this one. This NYX one is in dark brown. I'm not going to keep it. It's all dried out. So I'm going to get rid of all of those. And I have my one gel liner. I don't use any of these like NYX, the NYX color mascara. I won't use those. I am going to keep my Scandalize. I am going to keep my Gorgeous Cosmetics one. My Clinique Bottom Lash. My NYX Big and Loud Lash Primer. My Dior Show. My MAC Opulash. I love this. This is the Stila, the Huge mascara. My Lily Lolo. My Hourglass. So good. My Lash Accelerator, which I really like. My Maybelline Falsies. My Tarte mascara. My Rocket. I haven't really tried the Jane Cosmetics one. What's this one? Smoky Extravagant Makeup Forever. I'm going to keep that. NYX Proof It Waterproof Mascara Top Coat I will keep. My Givenchy I will keep. And my Origins Ginseng. Oh, my little Marc Jacobs one I'm going to keep. And this one. The big. It's like a little sample size, but it's so good. Everything else is going in the trash. Okay, so I know this looks different. This is an actual drawer, and it looks different because it is my pigment and glitters, and really it's pigments and glitters, but there's like eye dust, which is the same thing as a pigment, and there's also some loose shadows in here. Anything sample size is going directly into my donate pile, which I have a box right here to put all that stuff in. I want to fill up some of my Tupperware, so I know I want to keep all of my Sugar Pill and my OCC cosmetics, and I'm going to go ahead and put everything in here as we declutter it. And then, so this is really all I want to use for my pigments and my glitters and stuff. So that is how many that I'm able to keep. Alright, so let's go ahead. All of these Everyday Minerals are gone. I'm going to see if my sisters want them, but I don't want them anymore. All the Jessie's Girl is probably gone because I have so much Sleek, Sugar Pill, and OCC, and MAC, and I really want to keep most of that. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of told you like what the plan is here, and as I see them, I am just going to pick them. Like, these are all Everyday Minerals, and they're good, but they're like loose shadows. They're not pigments. So here is the Sugar Pill pigment. You guys, these are beautiful, like so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love pigments. Toby, what you doing? I really love pigments, and I haven't really had a chance to use them because they're all just like in here. What is this, pigment eyeshadow from e.l.f.? No, that's going Everyday Minerals. That one. Okay, so we're going to do kind of the same thing with this drawer. I'm just going to pull out what I want and don't want. I'm going to keep both my stacks of cosmetic grade glitters. I have an extra Z palette that I already pulled out, and I got these a couple years ago at IMATS, but I haven't tried them. They're the Hot Wings stencils, and I want to keep those. And then I'm going to keep these Lola V lashes. I love the Ardell lashes, so I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep the Lola V as well. I'm going to keep these Red Cherry because they have, whatchamacallit on them? Rhinestones. And I think I'll just save those for like a cool tutorial. Ardell Curvy lashes. I'm going to get rid of these Red Cherry. I'm going to get rid of all of those. I'm going to keep these Starlux lashes. I think they're really pretty. I'm going to keep these Red Cherry bottom lashes and get rid of these. I'm going to keep my single lashes. I will literally never wear those. I'm going to keep my MAC single lashes. The stuff, just random stuff. These glitters, I'm definitely going to keep. This is like my eye candy, my liquid sugar I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep both these sets of Ardells. I'm going to get rid of these Red Cherry ones. And I'm going to keep these and these single lashes. I'm going to keep these little rhinestones in case I find something to do with them. This little lash adhesive is from Revlon, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep these containers just in case I need them for the future. I'm going to keep these lashes. They're really full, and these are my Winx lashes I'm going to keep. These Makeup Forever ones have been just used to the end of time, so I'm getting rid of those. These Revlon ones I'm going to keep, and I'm going to keep these Red Cherries. I'm going to get rid of these Katy Perry ones. I'm going to get rid of these Red Cherry ones. These two, and then these are MAC and Eye Candy glitters I'm going to keep. My Duo Lash Glue, another Eye Candy glitter. I'm going to keep those little tub things. And then the last two things in here, I'm going to get rid of these Makeup Forevers, and I'm going to keep these because I've worn these once maybe, but I've worn these quite a few times and they're just not good anymore. And I'm going to keep these Red Cherry bottom lashes. Here you go, all organized. My small palettes up here. And then I put more of my like medium-sized palettes here, Inglot palettes, the ones you already saw. And then in the third drawer are all my big palettes. Ah, it's so pretty. I love it so much. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, guys. There are all the eyeliners, mascaras, gel liners, liquid liners, sharpeners. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Then all of my pigments. Do you guys see that right now? Oh my gosh, look at all those pigments. How beautiful do they look? Now they're organized. All the Sugar Pill, all the MAC, and then all the OCC, all the Sleek, and then all my glitters. Oh my gosh. Like seriously, it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's like a makeup rainbow. And unfortunately, I couldn't fit all my lashes up there with my pigments. I didn't want to overcrowd it. I want to be able to find everything. That is the goal of this declutter. I want to be able to find what I want to use. So this is what I did. So down here, I just organized them all into this tin. I didn't want them like splayed everywhere. So I just organized them there. And then I have my stencils and my little crystals, gemstones, and my Dome Z palette there. And that is it for this declutter. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you guys liked it. Have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. It's gonna be a good one because we start the lip tower. Oh yeah, that's gonna be very serious. Bye guys.